Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. This is Hello Warden, and today welcome back to another guide with me. And today we're going to talk about how to parry lights effectively. I've made another guide years ago. It's a little bit outdated, but the methods are still, in my opinion, viable. I'm going to repeat some of the important part of that guide, but I'm not going to repeat all of it. So you better go watch that as well. These two guides complete each other. Complete each other. So yeah, the link is in the description, and I'm going to put the video on the card on your screen. You can click it and go check it out. So what about this guide? This guide, in my opinion, is the ultimate guide because I have more experience, and I do not consider myself a very good guy at parrying stuffs and reaction stuffs, but I still am above average to good, kinda. So I have some experience around this, and this video has two parts. The elements, first one, the elements that are going to help you parry, and the final part is how to improve your parrying and reaction skills. So if you enjoyed this guide, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and if you're new, and tell me in the comments, what do you think? Maybe you know some methods that I don't know, and you might help others and me out. Alright, now that everything is checked, let's start the guide. Alright, the first thing that I like to talk about the first part of this video, is the elements that helps you parry better. There are three elements in my opinion that are the core elements that will affect your gameplay. The first one is your frames, your monitor's frames. I used to play on 30 frames, and then I switched to PC. Now I'm playing on 60 frames. Unfortunately, my PC is not that strong. Much bigger difference. I genuinely can touch that. a very drastic difference. And there will be difference between 60 frames to 144 FPS frames. So the more frame you have, more than 144 FPS will not be very effective in your playstyle, but until 144 FPS is actually effective. So basically get a better PC. That's what I'm trying to say. The better frame you have, the smoother your screen will be, and this game is pretty much based on the animations and the indicator. So many people react to animations. So the better you can see the animation, the better you can react to it. So the more FPS you have, the better reactions you will have. You will notice that. Especially people who were on the PS4 and switched to PS5 or switched to PC will understand that better. And yeah, basically the advantage that PC players have is that they have more than 60 FPS. I know that some people that have PS5 and have a good TV, they can get until 120 FPS, the PS5 and Xbox players. So basically they have the advantage, they have more advantage than you that have 30 FPS or 60 FPS. So don't be pushed back that, okay, my reactions are shit. Some people have better FPS than you. Okay? Alright, the second one is your latency, aka your ping. So the higher your ping is, the more problematic your situation will be. What is ping? You press parry, you press heavy button for parry. There is a time that your input will be brought to the main server, and then it will be implemented into the game. So the more the more ping you have, it means the more time it will take that your input will actually implement into the game. Okay, so compared to a guy who has a lower ping, like 8 latency, he will be faster. He will be parrying faster than you. He will be reacting faster than you. His lights will come out faster. His attacks will come out faster. This element will not be very like, you will not be very observant of it, especially in For Honor. But in like shooting games, it will be drastically change everything. In For Honor, it will change everything as well. Like I have these two problems, the FPS and the latency, because of my country and my system. And many times I go for parry for the follow-up attacks of, for example, Shaman's zone attack that can like follow it up with a light, with a very fast light. I go for the parry, but because my input will will be delayed, basically we call it input lag. I have input lag. It will not be parry, and I just basically get hit by it. But you might say, hello, some people do lag switch, and it's a cheating. So what's lag switching? Like people, like if you have a stable, I'm talking about stable ping. If you have a high stable ping, nothing your opponent will not be very affected by that, but you will be affected by that. But if you have ping strikes, like your latency is 8, then it jumps into 70 or jumps into 100. That's when you won't have much problems. You will have a little bit of like lags and like teleporting stuff, but your opponent will experience a very, very harder experience than you. So he will be seeing you teleporting around, your attack coming out like out of nowhere. He can see that. So that's why they say he's lag switching. If you have a ping spike, your like ping is low, then goes like through the roof, that's lag switching kinda. Or you have a very bad connection. Sometimes it's that it's not intentional. Your connection goes like spikes sometimes, just like me. So if you played against me and for some reason you thought I'm lag switching, I do not do anything. It's my shitty country, okay? And the final thing is you. Yes, your brain. It really depends on that. I think you guys might notice that sometimes it's not your day. You're losing left and right because your brain might not be that fast that day. You haven't had enough sleep. These are all the elements that affect your brain activity. So this game is a competitive game and a reaction game. So your brain needs to be fast for it. Some people are not fast. You can practice and make yourself faster. We'll talk about that in the second part. And another thing is like your brain will perform less effective while you're stressed, while you're afraid of oh, I'm going to die. So always stay cool. Do not get excited too much. I don't know if you watched like Call of Duty players or like the champion rank players. They are always cool. They do not lose their shit. Never. Even if they win a round, they will not be happy or sad. They always have that poker face on them because they always concentrated and always stayed cool. So if you want to perform very good, always stay cool and always stay concentrated. The concentration is very key. Like if you're talking while you're playing like I do, your concentration will be half. Just like you're talking to a phone and driving, your concentration on driving will be half. That's why they ban talking on the phone while driving. You know that. So basically, your brain is the key as well. Is the enemy. It can be your enemy and your ally. So have some good rest. And if you thought that you're stressful, you want to stay cool, For Honor is not a game to chill. It's a competitive game. Okay, you have to play single players and more chill games if you want chill. All right. So whenever you want to hop in to have some fun, in For Honor. Either play it with friends, you will have some fun, or have some rest and see if it's your day. Let's like say quote unquote, it's your day to play. Sometimes it's not your day. You're not somebody's. No one's. No one's like forcing you to play this game. I have to play this game because I'm making content. So if sometimes I'm not I'm not feeling it, I still have to get on my PC and like record. But nobody's forcing you. So if you're not feeling it, just leave it. Alright, now that we have the elements that can help you, Gabani, shut up. And now it's time for practice and the stuffs that you need to do. First of all, you might know this, but let's say it again. Go to the options, go to the advanced controls, go to the fighting controls, and here you can see this. Just uncheck this box and go to the guard dead zone and put it into 10 or below 10, not on the highest. So what does it actually do? Let me show you. It's at 20, all right? I'm trying to change my guards. Okay, this is the speed. I'm trying as fast as I can. Now, let's put it into 0. Let's see what happens. I hope it works. I hope it be better. Now look at this. you see the difference? You see how faster it changes the guard? So basically the dead zone is that, like, it will slow you a little bit, but you might make it too sensitive for your play style. Like sometimes you like, see what I'm doing? I'm trying to put my guard on the right sometimes it goes to the left. So sometimes if it's too sensitive, it's going to like change the guard, while your shock, your analog will turn back to its place. Like it's too sensitive that it senses a little bit push to the left and it just reads it and changes your guard to the left. So in my opinion, it's either put it on 0 or 5 or 10, but put it below 10, because over 10 is kind of like very bad to your health. You can change other stuff like the angle of the top. You like it, you can just customize it whether you like it or not. Like this is for the full guard. If your hero has the full guard and you want to go to full guard very more often, you can like make this window bigger, so you like push your analog on down and a little bit to the left. It still goes for the full guard. You can like play around with it. So that's the first thing that is very important for me to share with you guys. Like go for the dead zone always. You guys might know that, but if you didn't know that, you're welcome. And the next thing is choose a bot and try to practice with it. The downside of this method is that the bot has 0 latency, and as we talked in the element section, the first section, latency is a key. So while you're practicing with a 0 latency hero opponent, your timings might be a little bit like off. Like you might be able to react to it at the 0 second, like at the last frame, but in real life you might just miss it because of your latency. But if you have a low latency, it's a very good method to practice with a bot. Simply you go to the training. As you can see, I'm in the training arena, and you go to the here you can just customize whether your hero like regenerates stamina, or your hero doesn't have any health or regenerate health, or your opponent even, you can do that as well. But the the thing that I want to say is here you go to the custom movesets, and this is the movesets that you can add for your bot. You can tell your bot what to do. You can tell him to parry, you can tell him to crush and counter, you can tell him to do the mix-ups that it has in the movesets. But basically I want you to go to the common, and you see light attack. If you check this box, your bot is starting to do light attacks. See? Now, the thing that I want you to do is just block for the first seconds to gain your concentration and your confidence. If you're not very confident, just block. You don't need to parry every single, like, just block. At least you don't like get damage from your opponent. So first of all, when you're new to the game, just try to block. Then if you build enough, sorry, I'm talking, I can't even block, holy shit. And yeah, when you got the confidence, you go for the parries. You thought, okay, I'm good for it, I go for the parries. So let's see if we can do it again. See? And you might not be consistent. Just block. If you felt like you're still not consistent with it, just block. It doesn't matter. Alright? So basically that's the whole deal. You play with the bot for a little bit if you have actually the time for it. Some people just rather go for the PvP matches, which is good. You can practice there too. But there are some downfall about it. You can get your ass beaten by a toxic player, for example, and it's going to ruin your day. So basically that's it. Let's see if we can parry. I couldn't parry that. I was not in time. I could parry that as well. You see the parry window on the indicator. You can actually see how your reaction is to it. So yeah, that's the whole thing. See, I reacted to it very late. So if the guy has a high latency, it's not going to parry most of the times, most lucky, or if you have the latency. So basically here I wanted to show you that if you concentrate and do not talk, I didn't talk while I was doing this is a voiceover. You will be consistent on parrying after some time. And you need that. You need the concentration and you need the practice to be consistent. And don't worry, you don't need to be consistent all the times, because you're consistent with a bot. That doesn't mean that you be consistent with the player, because the player is going to adapt first, and the second thing is the player is going to not throw lights all the times. So sometimes it's going to be lights in between the attacks. So you need to be faster and your brain needs to be expecting the light. After especially the CCU update, you need to expect them that they're going to throw lights, okay? Basically, these two methods are the way to go for me. But there are other methods. For example, you can go into, as I said, into PvP and test your luck there. You can play with a friend, because your friend is going to have some latency and you're going to test that as well. Like, you can tell your friend to light attack you with different timings. That's a very good stuff to do with different timings. And now these these four methods are the core methods that I really wanted to share with you guys. Kind of repetitive because I said that in the previous guide. If you watched that, if you're new, hello there. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I don't know, guys. I don't know if you guys like enjoyed this guide. Tell me in the comments, and tell me if you know better methods. Just tell me in the comment what you think. What are those methods? Maybe it helped me out too. Thank you guys for watching until now, and see you guys in the next video.